Hi everybody, it's Julie and I'm back with my tag and my pocket idea for using items from the bookshelf. So I did grab from one of my little dictionary from out there, a couple of pages of dictionary, and then I'm going to grab a map page. Let's see. Okay, it's going to turn. Find myself what I'm looking for. Oh, we can go with Quebec. Guys, we have an antique map, two antique maps from Canada in the bases kit. So if you're looking for a map, that's where you'll find it in a Dear Julie Julie. So there's Ontario, there's Quebec, okay? I am going to grab, it's going to be my main part. I thought this would be easy. But there's so much over here. Okay. I'll grab the second half of the kit. Okay. I want a large tag. Look at that. That is the postcard, mini postcard page. And that's 6 packs, wallet and postcard. There's the 6-pack. Okay. There's the mini tags. This is the Summer Rose kit. I might use that. I think we'll use this. Okay. This is the album that I'm using. Those are my pages that I've got done so far are in there. Okay, so I want to use this side. Okay, so I am going to figure this out. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my tag with a job. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my folds in. Fold number 1. Depending on how my printer does, I can line it up down here, but sometimes not so much. Okay, we're going to go ahead and I need to cut. So I'm going to cut all the white edges off. All the way around. excuse me. Okay, so that's what I've got so far. Okay. We are going to cut a piece. I'm going to cover this piece with, actually, go ahead, cut this. And we'll cut across this top piece. So if you saw Thursday's video, it showed you that this this book is it's copyrighted 1935. Okay. So I'm going to want to go ahead and I'm going to cover this, the back. Okay. I'm going to cover the back. Let's go ahead and glue it down. Okay, so go. I'm so sunburned, I can't, it's too hot to be outside, even covered up. I can feel my sunburn. Really, really regretting. I know better. It was such a beautiful day. It wasn't hot. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut around this. I was having a couple of ideas. I'm not going to do them. So, if you're hanging out this month, I will have a variety of... Okay, we're going to go ahead and give this little job right here to start off with. It's going to have a little pocket. Okay, so with a job means it has some other way on a tag, has some other way of having journaling space besides just writing like on the back of the tag. Okay, so there we have a little pocket. Okay. Okay, now over here, oh, first let's go ahead. We're going to glue down the front cover. Okay, so it's going to end up being a tag that opens up. Okay, so it's a tag that opens up. Okay, so tag that opens up. I'm almost thinking that this needs to get covered. I have that. Yeah, I like that. Right, I like this. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead. Whoa. We're gonna make like a large pocket. Of course, you can go ahead and leave the recipe part open. Take these recipes and put them on a variety of, okay, I'm going to have it start underneath the flowers. I'm going to line it up with the edge here. Okay, and I'll go ahead and cut this one. So we'll have this, we have our base, we have our job, and we're going to go ahead and cut that. Should we give it another little pocket? Nah. You could though. You could even turn it around and, okay. Okay, so we have a pocket here. Well, I want to see. Okay. And this one just gets a little tiny. Oh, you could see macaroons there. Okay. So, I'm like looking for a little, we have this from the calendar. Okay, I'm going to add that to the edge. I think that's a good edge addition. Okay, so going along the edge, and going along the edge again. And this is from the calendar page that is the main, it's the book that I chose. Oh, I hope I didn't cut off the pocket. No, we're good. Okay. Make sure we didn't cut this pocket off. Okay, so there we are. Base, job, and Dear Julie Julie Digital have all been added. So the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead going to do one of my favorite things, which is add dictionary to the two sides. Okay. Okay, so on opposite sides, that's what I like to do. Okay, so we'll go ahead and add glue to the edge. Dictionary. This will give me my first embellishment or enhancement from the bookshelf category, is what category I'm working on here. Okay. 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 I don't know if I'm straight. Oh well. Okay, come back, cut this off. Okay, so that gives me from the dictionary. From the dictionary. Okay. I'm thinking, okay, I did grab another piece of ribbon that, and we can use ribbon from our gift wrapping section. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the in and out. I'm in the wrong drawer. Okay. Go here. And here. Okay, this is one of my antique ribbon closure ideas. We're going in. This is just going to be a fun embellishment. It does not count as from the bookshelf. Okay. That. Okay, and then of course from the bookshelf we're also going to use a flower. Okay, so we've got dictionary and flower, and then I have one more thing I'm going to add, and we're going to do that at the end of this video because I have to go to a different area of the house. I do not feel safe doing it here in the craft room. So, okay, I'm gonna undo my flower here. I'm gonna use the big one like we did last time. I think we can go ahead and bring in the fabric tack. put it around just so that it grabs the pieces. Okay, and then so that it matches the one that we did last time, I am going to go to the magazine, which was also off the bookshelf. I'm looking for something specific. Aha, there it is. The noodle page. See the noodles? I don't know if you can you see the noodles? So this is for my bookshelf category. Okay, so we're gonna grab there we go. I just thought that that was kind of cool. It kind of looked like, I thought it could look like a rose. Okay, where did my, there it is. Okay, so we'll put this down and we're gonna grab, oh, whoa. Okay, then we're gonna grab glue, put this one down. And then we're gonna take book page and grab our fluffy flower, my favorite punch. I'll do 3. That's probably the most I'll do. You guys remember when if you were here many years ago, I had trigger thumb. And I think it happened because I did this whole container full of fluffy flowers. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and fluff up the flower. Okay, fluff up the flower. And so this can open and you've got a place to put something here. I'm thinking something probably long, like a bookmark would be good in there. And then we'll put something over here. Okay, so something can go in there. So our tag with the job is, it opens up and you have 2 pockets to add things for journaling, okay? Dear Julie, Julie Digital, the map was our base along with the digital. Remember, you can use your Dear Julie, Julie Digital as your base with some of this incorporated, okay? And then the dictionary, the flowers, the magazine, and the book are all from the goodie, okay? Now the other thing is I think this time I want it to actually look like a tag. So we're just gonna do the old-fashioned, put it there, take it off, turn it over. Okay, it actually looks like a tag. I like it because it's got that same look, even though it's different than the one that we did. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add her down here. There's a place that just kind of it's got a little bit of a tear. So pull it in. Okay, there we go. That's the tag. So I'm going to get this area cleaned up, come back, and show you my pocket. And now we are here with our pocket idea for my June Just Junk and Around the House Junk Journal Challenge. My pocket is being made out of an item from my bookshelf or items. We're going to start with my map. Okay, so we're going to start with the map, and I did make a little prototype here, and so let's make sure that it fits. If it fits, it ships, right? Okay, we'll go ahead and use this as a template. I will try and send a template out to the Patreons. Okay, so literally I will scan my little goodie here. Okay, I'm going to come over and come down here so I know where to fold and where to fold. Okay, so fold here, fold here. Well, let's go. We can go ahead and cut. Okay, so sure we can. I cannot see. I cannot see it. That is weird. Oh, there it is. Okay. Here, it's kind of going to be like a library pocket, but not. Okay, and I'm going to come over to the Great Line. Okay, and then there's that side, and we're going to fold from here to here. Here, straight up. That gives me one flap. So flap and flap. And I'm going to go ahead and add a flap. Okay. And I'm going to add this. Okay. So I'm not going to add the other. See if we can get this to come out. It's like, come on, I just want to use this up. Use up this glue. It doesn't want to come out. Okay, well, then we'll use this one. Maybe. Remember, this is my favorite because you can use it on everything. Okay, I'm going to come over and add this. This is from the calendar book. This is what I used for the pages. Okay. I think this needs to come in just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and add a little bit of glue right here. So now I need to use 3 more items from and a Dear Julie Julie digital. So 3 more items from there. I like that. Okay, so that's going to give me a little tab. Okay, so now we're going to come in here. Okay, and if you were on the video yesterday, you saw that we had that's not, but we found this page that we could use, which is really, really cool. Okay. Okay, so I want a rose page of some kind, but it needs to be much bigger than a tag. How about this one? Because this, I can cut it down to fit in here. Okay? Yeah, that'll work. That will work. I'll go ahead and cut this. I'll go ahead and go with the rounded edge. Now our pocket doesn't have to have a job, or I could go ahead and make this like this. This is what I want to be our pocket right here. Okay, so. So we'll line it up with the bottom here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I hope you're all prayed up and safe. Okay, we're gonna go with this rounded corner. Okay, and then that can go inside here, and we're going to make that a pocket. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pinch that. That'll show me where the middle is, and I'm going to cut it off so I can kind of go ahead and get it closer to the center than I've been getting lately. Okay, so that's going to go like this, and that will go like that and like that, and we'll have our base, and we will have our Dear Julie Julie digital taken care of. So I really wanted to use candles. I do not use candles in my craft room. It's just not feasible, not a good idea. And I'm having company, so I couldn't mess up the kitchen area. So, okay. So there's our inside pocket. There's that. Now I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to go ahead and cut across here. And I'm going to turn this over and add that back on at the top, okay? And that way my numbers are in the right direction. Everything else is upside down, but those numbers that you're going to see from the front are right side up. So this you're going to be able to pop open and can actually make this, when you put it in, it could be a tuck, but this is the pocket, okay? So we can go ahead and add our ready to the back of it. Okay. Oh, we're gonna make it a, you know what? I'm not gonna add the ready to the back of it because I don't know if it's going to be just a little pocket or a tuck, because that'll depend on where it goes in the journal, okay? But that is my Dear Julie Julie digital and my base using the atlas, okay? Bookshelf. What would be on a bookshelf? Books would be on a bookshelf. Books would be on a bookshelf, right? What if we go, you know, I've got this whole little thing of book pages. I want a page that might have some white. No such luck? Did I use all the, you might already know that I used up all the white pages. Okay. So looking this next set. I thought I saw one. That's why I'm looking. Okay, so from the bookshelf. So another thing that we can use is a journal or notebook. So I'm thinking, you know what might be kind of cool to add this to the edge. Usually I would do that with from a scrap, but this is from a journal, okay? So a journal that was on the bookshelf. Journal. I just think it'll give it a cool edge. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the cover. It's also a Dear Julie Julie digital. Yeah, I wanted to make wax seals out of candle, and I can't make the mess today. Sorry. because I thought, you know, a candle would be something that would be on a bookshelf. Okay, we open, and we open. This will give us a little something to put in it. Okay. What if we go ahead and put this in as a like a little note paper? Then we don't have an extra. There's that. Okay, so notebook. Notebook. Okay. Now, one of the other things that we've been saying is a flower. Okay, so plant or flower. And go with a little one up here this time on this same side as that. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll staple it in. Staples in the wrong box. Okay, so we'll staple it. Staple it, and then we're going to grab our fluffy flower and a book page. Okay, so my fluffy flower punch. This is not how I usually do a fluffy flower. We usually put it on the end of a skewer. I don't have a skewer. And then we fluff it, and then we fluff the next one. Okay, but there's flower and a book page. And so this is going to give me another pocket to add into the journal. I do have this little tag that I can add in. Perfect. Okay, so my pocket has note paper here and note paper here. This is from the calendar. This is the base, and we got that from the atlas. So note paper, silk flower, and from my house, okay, from around the house. Let's see if I can see. This is going to take forever for this to dry. That's okay. it will have a nice fluffy flower inside. So I will probably do something like that on the inside of the other fluffy flowers. We have Dear Julie Julie Digital here and on the inside where, and this is our pocket. So just another pocket idea. So flip open pocket. And then we can put something here to hold this, right? To hold this down. Do I have any? I'm looking for a, oh, we have a ticket, but I'm looking for like a postcard. Yeah, like this. Okay. And it's not strong enough by itself. So we're gonna go ahead and, or stiff enough. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Amazing. Look at this, will just go right on here. Okay, we'll come here and up, down. Okay, that's awesome. And this is a pocket. Now remember, this glue was wet, so it'll take it a little bit to glue. And we've got a flip open, what did we call? Double Dutch door. Double Dutch door pocket, flip open. I love it. I love it. Something different. Something different. Using items from around the house, from our bookshelf, atlas, Dear Julie Julie Digital, a journal that I took apart. So a journal and the flowers, silk flowers, and a book, that book page. Now remember, you can use your book pages, and that was from a Dibs page. It's kind of a cool looking Dibs page. There you go. Okay, so pocket. And earlier in the video, we made the tag with a job. So was there another piece of this? Did we use the whole? I guess we used the whole thing. Because I'm like, we could go ahead and... I like to fill the pockets as I go, right? Okay. So if we come down, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hello kitty? What the hello kitty? What the hello kitty? There we go. Okay, we're gonna cut across. Cut across, and then that will fit in there. I did, oh my gosh, you guys remember I thought maybe I had cut the bottom. Oh, I did cut the bottom. So we'll close off that pocket. There we go, and we'll just let this sit in here. Okay, so there's that pocket. Now this is tall enough and skinny enough, it could go probably in this pocket. Let's see. It could, but I don't, I think I'm thinking more like a bookmark will go in there. Kind of like Dapper Dan, the handsome man that we did on Friday. Okay, so there's that one. And there's this one. those are made out of our bookshelf. Okay, now I do want to show you, I did make a couple things during the craft and chat on Thursday. I did this large ticket. I don't know if I'll use them in this journal, but I was just playing with some of the things that were here. This was a large tag. I had cut off part of the bottom of it. So I flipped up this piece. I had this from Big Mama that she had sent me. I added that. I did make this little envelope to use, and it is holding this with some of the scrap papers. So Thursday's hard because I'm not making anything for a video. So like I said, I went ahead and made these. Oh, it looks like this will fit in there too. Okay, so there's those, and this also. So this was from a book page. Turn it over, we've got its job, and this was from that was Lucy. She's ready to eat. Sorry about that. This was from a stationery holder, and there's the Dear Julie Digital, and it's got a little place here. And again, these were extra things that I made, and so if I have places that need things, I can add them in there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Tomorrow we have a flip through of the eclectic yellow journal, and so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I will go around this with the pen so that you can see it, and watch for this to be in the Patreon. This is my template. Okay, so yeah, so I will share that for the members. That's for all members, paid and not paid, but you'll be able to find that in the Patreon. Okay, so thank you so much for being a Patreon. I appreciate it, and welcome to Denise, our newest Patreon. Okay, welcome. Okay, have an amazing day, everybody. Have a great weekend. Please be safe, and God bless the USA. Bye. Bye-bye. Find something to celebrate every day. Today is Flag Day, and it's the 250th anniversary of the Army, and it's Tom's brother's birthday that passed away in March. First heavenly birthday. Bye. Bye-bye.